the Rock Lounge, man. My first podcast slash web television show. I have my second guest. One of my, you might be my top 5, comics that's working today. Writer for TV shows, stand-up comedian, and quite possibly my cousin. I have Maronzio Vance in the Rock Lounge. Yes.
Yeah. Potential family member. What's up?
Really?
What's up, potential family member?
Who's been sneaking out?
My father's mother is Mary Vance.
Okay.
His last name is Vance.
My last name is Vance. Our family all from South Carolina.
Yeah.
My family from South
deep
Carolina.
rural, the Geechee woods of South Carolina.
No, I got family members that sound Jamaican.
Yeah, that's my grandmother. My grandmother was Geechee. My grandfather Geechee.
My mom from Orangeburg.
I know.
I got family
South Carolina State
Corner.
University.
Yeah,
Monk's Corner is right. Monk's Corner is across from Andrews.
We all slaves.
My parents were from Andrews. Andrews, Monk's Corner, Georgia.
You from South Carolina too?
I have all in South Carolina, dude.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
We're all slaves.
Welcome to the lounge. Have a glass of wine.
Thank you. I like this. It's a nice little setup.
It's kind of cool, right?
I have been performing at the Laugh Factory. You know me since 01.
Okay.
Man.
I saw Tony the first time at they used to do chocolate sundaes on a Wednesday for a brief moment.
I remember that.
For a brief moment.
They were doing sketches or something,
Yeah,
right?
they were trying to do like an improv.
That was after
kind of thing.
that Tuesdays.
it was
Reggie Blaze.
Reggie Blaze, whatever. So
Shout out Reggie Blaze.
I saw Tony, and I went up to him. I said, "Hey man, how you doing? I'm from North Carolina, whatever."
No, fuck that. He used to see me in the lobby and just look at me like. And I'm like, why does this motherfucker say what's up, man? I'll say what's up.
The first couple of times I was like,
I'm like,
man,
this dude looking at me, yo.
No, you know what it was? I had just moved here, and I didn't know how to talk to people yet.
Right.
I was still,
You still don't know how to talk to people, Rasa. You still ain't motherfucking shit.
Can I say whatever I want to say?
Of course.
Because God gonna get it.
You gonna get it right back with your porn stash.
Nah, I didn't know how to talk to Tony. I just saw him, and then I said Cat Williams. It was like early Cat Williams.
When Cat and I had the same manager.
Yeah.
Oh, the McClafferty.
He's running the Fuzzy Kangos back then. Yeah.
I used to call him Jim and Tammy Baker.
Yeah, that did look like that, right?
Because the guy looked like he was.
He was creepy looking.
Hey, they
man.
were good people. Shout out.
They was good people, man. But yeah,
they just didn't know what to do with us. Like Cat started blowing up. And they didn't really know how to handle it.
Right.
I got a sitcom, and I thought, once you get a sitcom, okay, let's go now. Now let's
get
this movies.
It's go time.
Let's produce a TV show or something. Let's go. And they didn't know how to.
They were like, "You're doing so
push.
well."
It was like, "You're doing good. Let's just see what happens." And I'm like, "Nah, man, because this shit ain't gonna last."
I need to do better, bitch.
Yeah, it was.
So you started. You know how to talk to people.
I didn't know, and I walked up to Tony and I introduced myself and I told him where I was from. He like, "Oh, cool." Here's the one thing about Tony. I don't give a fuck what day he's having. It's always Love Day.
It's Love Day.
We was on the road together, and Tony parties. And and the next morning, he was out of it. He was like, ugh. But somebody came, I enjoyed your show. Oh, sweet. No problem. Anything. I was like, how do you fucking have energy to say hello to anybody? Love Day.
My credit card has seen some of the damages of Tony's parties. 40 Club.
Yo, 40 Atlantic City.
Man. Woo.
First show.
Popping bottles,
fucking bottles. Me, you, and Adele Gibbons.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Yes.
40 Atlantic City.
He called me. First person to ever take me on the road. Him.
He should have left you, actually.
I agree. He called me. He said, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Nothing." He said, "I want you to do this gig with me, West Palm Beach Improv." I was like, "I ain't got no money." That's the first thing that came out of my mouth because I was like, "I didn't have it."
Yeah.
He said, "Don't worry about that. I got you." I was like, "What you mean?"
Man.
Like, I got you. I flew me down. Yes. I took JetBlue. Flew down. Here's the crazy part about this hustle. He flew me down, and he flew out the same day because he had to go audition for a movie.
Let me tell you the story. This one I was on, it was like season 3 of All of Us.
Yep.
Okay.
So, I would see Will Smith every day. I would talk to him all the time. Will was getting in pre-production for Hitch.
Right.
And he's like, I got a part for you. So I'm like, well, what do I need to do? You don't have to do anything. I'll just let you know when I need to see you.
Damn.
I'm in West Palm Beach at the Improv. He's like, T-Rock, I need you in New York tomorrow afternoon to meet with the director. I fly him out from LA to West Palm. I jump on a plane, go to New York, meet with the director. We do a couple of scenes together with me and Will.
Right.
And the director says, this is a compliment. Even though my scene got cut out the movie, I had 2 scenes. They both got cut out the movie. I still got paid. But the biggest compliment I got from the director, I read with Will, and the director said, why do you guys have such great chemistry?
Hey, man.
And then Will was like, well, I produce a show that he's on, a sitcom that I produce. And the guy was like, you guys, your chemistry is like Batman and Robin type shit. And I got the part, flew me to New York. It was me, Will, and rest in peace, Heavy D was in the scene.
Oh, man.
It was in a bowling alley.
That's crazy.
And you know the part when the movie Hitch starts and Will gives what's the chick?
Eva.
He gives her the money. He gives her the money. He says, hey, bring the beers over here. She's like, I don't work here. And he's like, I know you don't work here. That's how I try to get you away from the guys. So later on in the movie, I try to do the same thing. I try to do all Hitch's
right.
Okay.
And they always backfire on me. So at one point, I get the girl the money. Like,
she was G then.
We'll have some beers over here.
Stealing all his moves.
And it don't work. I stole this dude's joke, did it, and I'm still where I was talking
about. I'm in New York at the premiere. I'm at the premiere for Hitch with my boys. And I'm walking in, suited and booted, and I see Will. I'm like, what up, Will? And he goes, oh, shit, T-Rock, I forgot to tell you, your scenes got cut.
Oh.
And I got to go sit back in the section with my boys. They expect to see me.
That's the hell of a time to tell you
what
that.
Happened? They got the wrong footage.
Yeah.
This is a screener copy.
But that was the same weekend we were in West Palm.
Listen, it's crazy. Flew me in. I'm still in shock that he flying me out, right? Because I ain't never worked with anybody. So he flies me out, put me in the hotel. He said, I'm leaving in the morning. I felt like an orphan. I was like, he brought me in and like, I'm leaving you now.
Like home again,
Yeah, like home again. I'm like, Mama, you leaving? Yeah, I got to go. So he leaves, flies out. I'm like, I'm crazy. I'm thinking, there's no way in the fuck he going to make it back in time to do these shows.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do these shows.
How much time do you have back then?
I had 25 minutes. And I didn't have the courage to steal another 15 from somebody. So I was like, yeah.
Crowd work.
Yeah, what you do for a living? Yo, crowd work story. Woman's hair caught on fire.
Hair. I said a joke. Lady laughs, hair goes into the candle. Whole side of her head goes up. The rest of my show was on that lady.
Listen,
are you serious?
I'm not going to
happen.
This
going
to sound egotistical, but I don't think he's had more fun with crowd incidents than with me.
Because he's quick-witted like that, though.
Yeah.
Army guy stood up.
Army guy
stood up.
Army guy jumped up. I served my country proudly. I see people. And I'm like, man.
And got up and walked out.
You're in the improv, homie. We're not at war right now.
But look how he holds his hand.
Like, no, at the microphone. Like,
Tony got his hand up like it's a microphone.
I was like, hey, homie.
Because he's like, look, this is what happened. And listen, the guy stood up. He sat in the front row.
Yes.
He sat in the front row, stood up, yelled at Tony, and like walked out and stayed in the lobby and was kind of like
waiting for me,
waiting on Tony to come out. Because I went outside like, let me go check on dude. He was pacing back and forth like, I will not. This fucking American sniper in this bitch. I'm not leaving. That happened. What's another one? It's crazy.
The lady's hair was one. The Army guy was one, and the night we partied with the Colombian chicks.
Oh,
and I had to get ready for the show the next morning.
Yo, we go to. Here's how crazy it is.
Wait,
this motherfucker pays for IHOP food and don't even eat. Literally, he was in the parking lot. I can't get up. I like told because I didn't drink at the time, right? Because I'm still fresh off the boat.
At the time.
Now
this business I had you doing everything.
2 drinks away from a meeting.
Look, you go on the road with me, man. You gonna drink?
Oh hell yeah!
Listen, he took me. He was in the parking lot, laying on the floor. It was 2 chicks from Miami that were bad. I was like profess my love to this bitch. I was like, yo,
that's Maronzio.
I'll move. Like I'll move. She's like, you live in LA. I know, but I'll move.
Did she have that heater?
Dude, I didn't even get to touch none of it. It was just the fact that bitch was bad. Yo, he knew, but it was like, yo, this my girl.
He was like a boy in Harlem Nights in the sunshine.
Y'all like, look, dad ain't never come home again. I hope y'all all right. Take it easy. So we with them. Tony passes out. We going to IHOP. All these people with us. They ordering food, and I'm like monitoring because it ain't my money. Right. But I'm like, he passed out.
You ain't that dude, though.
I ain't gonna be like, yo, everybody can't be ordering on Tony. This motherfucker passed out. He in the seat. Like, yo, just get what y'all want. Like, put his hand back there. He goes back to sleep. I didn't feel right eating. I was like, this nigga don't even know we eating.
What's that, Clarence Wilson III and King in New York?
Dude. And then got up, went home, went back to the room. He slept the whole day.
Yes.
But then
called his room like, I don't think I can do the show tonight.
Dude.
Oh shit.
Yo, he woke up in time for the show. We're fresh, like nothing had fucking happened.
Once the energy, you know that adrenaline.
That show. I don't care what you going through.
It's the greatest rush.
We shut Denver down. We did the Denver.
Wait, we're gonna stop. Let's stop right there.
Go ahead.
I want to go. Let's go back.
Okay.
With people listening and watching. I want to talk about how you started, where you started, all stuff like that. And then we'll get up to this because we're gonna want people to have.
All right. Well, I got on stage for the first time when I was 15.
Damn, really?
What year?
Comedy was 1992.
I was just masturbating at 15. You doing stand up?
1992, I did it. 1993, I went on stage.
What?
Where?
Comedy Zone in Charlotte.
Okay.
Comedy Zone in Charlotte, because what happened was they had the prom.
Was it the Black Night? Like Nate,
No.
Nate used to do.
Nate Smith didn't fuck with me.
Okay.
Nate Smith never let me perform in Charlotte. Nate Smith was the guy who was like the Spike Thompson.
It was called Black Comedy Jam.
Yeah, it was something.
Real clever. Nate's my man.
Nigga Nightly or something. I don't know.
Nigga
But I did the Comedy Zone because we had a prom, and instead of having kids go and get hotels and get drunk, they did comedy shows for us.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And the
That's what they do in New York. New York, they do late night
Never heard
comedy
of
shows.
And the
Prom
comics
season,
on the show were terrible. And everybody was like, you should get on stage. You should get on stage. I was like, nah. And they
You
like,
was
nah,
15?
do it. 15.
They must have been bad comics for you to say, you know what, I could do that shit too.
And that's how bad I'm like, nigga, I might not go to school Monday and just do comedy full time. Because this shit here they doing, it was, I was drinking punch. I was drinking punch. I said, you'll give me something stronger if you're going to make me listen to this shit. They had punch, like water
15.
and colored dye. That was it. And I went on stage.
Remember your first joke that night?
How many people here, have already slept with their prom date?
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
Because if you did, you wasted your money.
Right. Oh, you was an asshole way back then.
Earlier. My girlfriend did not like that joke. I was like, it's just jokes. It's a comedy club. It's like, I don't think that was funny. But it was true. I'm like, why am I going to get a limo to impress you?
Now, had you slept with your prom date already?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
She
At
wasn't
15?
going.
You was fucking at 15?
Fucking at 15?
Well, you got like a 30-year-old kid, don't you? You was fucking.
Can we get some more wine in this bitch? Because we about to get into
early.
Oh, dude, I fucked up my life early.
How many kids you got?
Technically,
You
3.
got kids, bro?
Technically 3. What's technical? About
Well, the middle one is debatable.
Oh.
You serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Test?
Okay.
Test, we're going to get a test
You took
done.
a test?
Okay.
No.
Nah.
How old is the middle one?
6. This
Too
was when I
late
was
for
living in New
test,
York.
man.
Was it when I was staying in New
Oh
York?
yeah, right.
Okay.
But I have a daughter. I have a son. My son is 3 years
You got
old.
the father mustache too. That mustache you rock. That's some fatherly
got
shit
me
you got.
self-conscious, like, well, how does
You
Paul
do.
mustache
It's
look?
fucked up, man.
He got me looking at my face like what the fuck?
Those you
wrong with
can't
my
see it
mustache?
who listen to the podcast. He got a porn like cop stash.
I'm done.
It's
like,
not you.
Yeah, it looks very.
I
let's be
don't.
cops.
But I'm done though. Like I don't. My daughter's
done what, having
16.
children?
Oh, I'm done making people.
You done fucking?
I'm not done
Well,
fucking.
then you ain't done making people.
Listen. If I don't make a movie before I make it a kid again, my priorities in the wrong fucking order. But here's the crazy part about me and Tony. Our paths cross a lot. Like we did the movie together.
Yes.
Did the movie together.
Come on, man. We did Come On,
Come on, man together.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
He was
Laugh.
it was actually supposed to be called The Last Laugh. It was a perfect name. I don't know why they changed it. They changed it to Come On, Man. But he was great. You killed it.
It's crazy because people hit me up like, I'm watching this thing with you and Tony Rockin', and I was like, yeah.
I want to ask you a question. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Last Comic Standing. We did it the same season.
We had the funniest scene though.
Oh wait, can we talk about that because you didn't tell your story about
Right.
it either. So Last Time we Standing, what year was it?
It was 2010. It was
2010.
2009.
No, 2010.
We did it
2010.
09, but we ended up doing it 2010. We started, the auditions were in 09.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead. Your process audition.
My whole thing was, my Last Comic Standing thing, they've been coming at me for years to do Last Comic Standing.
So they asked you to do it.
Yeah.
For years. Every year
Oh,
they've
really?
done it. Every year they've
I
done
know
it.
they asked people to do
Dude,
it.
every year they've done it. Let me tell
Go
you.
ahead.
Every year they've done it, they asked me to do it. I'm like, I'm not doing Last Comic Standing. I don't believe in comedy competition. So,
Right.
so
Which I don't, right.
So 09, they finally, like my agent was like, they came to me in 09 and said, hey, they're looking for a new host for Last Comic Standing. They're interested in you hosting the show. I said, what happened to Bill Bellamy? Bill Bellamy was a great host. Oh, they're going a different direction. I said, okay, yeah, I'll host it then.
Yeah.
So then about 6 months passed. I didn't hear anything. Then I get another call. Oh, they want you for Last Comic Standing. I said, okay, yeah, hosting. They said, no, they want you on the show. I said, please, whatever, please, I ain't doing the damn show.
Right.
So then they, I passed. Came back to me another time. God, they really want you to do the show. I said, I'm not doing the show.
How you gonna ask me to go from host?
Yeah,
to be a
to
contestant?
be the cut.
If they call me for hosting, I'm in there.
Exactly.
I'm in it.
So
that's
then,
like trying out for the basketball team. It's like, but you didn't make it, but you can be the ball boy.
yeah, you can be the ball boy.
Huh?
You can be the
like
stat.
balls?
You can be stat
No,
boy.
it's like they wanted you for a star,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
they said you wanted to be ball boy.
So
You know
then
what?
they kept coming to me, and I turned them around like 3 times. They said, no, they're really changing the show this year. They're only having named comedians. They said people who won in the past didn't have acting chops. They know you got acting chops, and you get a deal. They really. I said, still, I don't want to do it. So then they came back one last time. I was like, look, guy, they think you got a chance of winning the show. I said, so I asked my people. I asked a lot of people who've done it. All right, I said, what do you think? They said, well, it's NBC. It opened up to a whole new audience. You know, challenge yourself. And I like challenge. I said, you know what? I know I'm R-rated, but you know what? Let me try to clean my shit up and do
Right.
it. So I did it. Boom. And it was probably the worst decision I think I've ever made in my career.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't last comic standing material.
No.
I'm no filter. And what ended up happening was I made it to whatever round, right?
So they want you to semifinals. Semifinals.
They want you to type your set out 3 weeks before you get ready to do it, word for word. And I'm an in the moment type of comic.
Right.
So I type my set out word for word. Then 3 weeks later you come perform it. So in that 3 weeks I'm on the road. I'm working my set out. That set that I'm doing a show. So by that time I trimmed the fat out the jokes, had a couple of different setups, but same jokes.
Right.
So I sent it to him 3 days in advance, like, yo, hey, I'm doing the same set, just changed a couple of lines.
So it was basically the same set, just
just tightened it. I tightened it up.
Okay.
So I sent him an
you
email.
didn't change material or anything.
Not
like
at all.
Okay.
So I sent him an email saying, hey, I'm doing the same set. I just changed a couple of punchlines, a couple of setups. They said, no, stick to what you wrote us. I said, but I made it better. I made it tighter. They said, no, stick to what you wrote us or you won't air. So I sent him an email back. I guess I won't air.
Wow.
So I did the show, and I did my changes, and then I was doomed from the start. It's funny because right before I went on stage, the stage manager is I'm nervous like we always are for going on stage. The TV moment.
Right.
The stage manager's in my ear. Man, I loved you in American History X. Man, such a great movie. Ladies and gentlemen, Guy Torry. I'm like,
bitch, I was in the minute of getting complimented.
Yeah. So I go out there, and the set was okay.
Okay.
It wasn't my best work, but it was okay. But then they edited the set, and the jokes that I added, or the setups I added, they totally edited them out. So it made my set seem disjointed and raggedy.
Made you look worse.
Yeah, and then they edited the audience. They had people frowning. And one girl hit me on Facebook and was like, "They had me in the audience at your show, and I wasn't at your show." So it was some bullshit going on.
What was your experience?
So hold on, but what I went so Maronzio did well that year.
I did.
Tell your story, and then I want to ask you a question.
I made the top 10. Right. I made it to the top 10, but they badgered me. They sent me.
You remember who was in the 10 with you? Who was in the 10 with you? You remember?
Felipe Esparza.
Yeah, he won it.
Who won it?
Felipe Esparza won it.
Funny
Roy
guy.
Wood Jr.
Yeah, Roy, that's my man.
Mike Kaplan.
Yeah.
Funny.
Tommy Jonigan.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Funny guy. All funny people.
Lori Kilmartin.
I know Lori.
Yeah.
Rachel Feinstein.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Rachel.
my girl.
And Rachel, it's funny because
Rachel's my
I had Rachel open for me in DC.
That's my girl. That's really my girl. Like me,
Funny.
Rod, and Rachel was the
What's
crew
the
in New
guy?
York.
Di Stefano who died.
Mike
Di Stefano. He made it. He was in there.
Man.
James Adomian.
Good group.
Jonathan Tom something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
Okay,
know
but
what
your
you're
experience was what?
But they emailed me. They emailed me like they did guy.
Yeah.
They emailed me like 3 or 4 times. I was like, no, I don't want to do
To
it.
do the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not only that though, I skipped one part. The day I made it to that semifinal round, I got a call from another comic who did it like 2 seasons before. He said, "Guy, I heard you made." I don't know how he heard I even made it to the next round. He said,
Nothing
"Guy,"
is secret.
Yeah, he said, "Guy, I heard you made it." And he said, "Man, you got anything out there? Any pictures, nude pictures, drugs, anything? They're gonna go through your trash. They're gonna go through everything to make sure you clean." I said, "What? Okay, whatever." Couple of weeks before I do
why I
Last
never got the
Comic
phone
Standing,
call. That'll explain why I never got the phone call.
I get a call.
This nigga got dead bodies in his garbage.
I get a call from the legal department saying, "Hey, this is Tom so and so from Last Comic Standing. We heard that you doing the show. You got a DUI in 07." I said, "No." I said it was close.
I'm out.
I said it was close. I blew
Yeah.
07. Okay, well, you got any naked pictures out there? You do drugs? How many drinks you drink a week? I'm like, what is this? And what about
Bitch, I'm
for
telling
president?
jokes. I'm not. Yeah.
Then they say, well, you have any girlfriend? I said, I'm divorced. Oh, did you beat your wife? I'm like, what the fuck is this? So now I lost my whole taste for it.
Okay.
So, and even before that happened, when I made it to the semifinals, that night, I was supposed to come back that night to do the final round, one of the rounds. I told my manager I didn't want to do it. My agent didn't want to do it.
I remember I saw an episode you came out with your clothes.
Because I knew I wasn't going to make it.
Like,
Yeah,
you came on
I
stage
came
with
out.
your
I
suitcase.
came
That
out.
was hilarious.
I knew I wasn't going to make it.
I'm like watching it, like, why does guy have
I
a
came
fucking
out with
duffel
my
bag?
I came out with my garment bag because I knew I wasn't going to the next
Yeah.
round. And they were backstage like, you can't bring that on stage. I said, why not? You can't bring it on stage.
It's
I said,
for
why
TV.
not?
It
I
make
said,
good
I'm
TV.
going home. I'm not.
Right.
They're not going to pass me through. And he called the truck. Guy Torry has his suitcase out here. And I guess they said, fuck it, let him do it. I said, I don't care if you said or not. Fucking do what I want to do.
And you did it, and you went home.
But
Your
you were
experience.
that night. You were in a mood that night.
I didn't want to do it.
And I talked to you.
I didn't
You
want to
didn't
do
wanna
it.
do the show, or
I didn't
you
want
was-
to do.
you
I
was
didn't
gonna
want.
stop?
I didn't want. I was gonna stop.
And I told him
and
no.
you made it to the top 10 still.
Yeah. I didn't want to do it because they made me be who they wanted me to appear to
Exactly.
be for television.
Right.
They made me tell the jokes the way they wanted me to tell the jokes.
Okay, what do you mean? Made you tell it in a cadence?
They edited everything. They were like, we want you to set it up like this, do this joke. BK, call me.
Okay, BK. I know you're talking about.
BK.
Yeah.
Brooklyn called you?
Yeah, BK. He looks like Dirk Nowitzki.
Limited Snickets. He hit me up. He was like, yo, I think you should do it. You'll do good. Trust me.
Was he managing you at the time?
Producing the show, though.
Okay.
Yeah. He was managing me, though.
He was kind of like pulling the strings or whatever.
Okay.
And I went, I was like, all right, I'll stick around or whatever. And I made it to the top 10. But even with the top 10, they had to shoot all this backstage video stuff. They came to my house and shot. They got clearance. None of the footage they used. Like, they asked me all these personal, they asked me personal, intimate shit. Yeah. I'm thinking, okay, this will humanize me a little bit because you just basically got me going out there telling jokes and people just going to love me off face value of telling the joke. And it was doctored up. Because the day I performed was the day Derek Fisher hit a game-winning shot. And the crowd,
San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio.
Yeah. Okay.
And 0-4.
Yeah,
I'm a Laker fan. So you know
that was a good game. I would watch that over your set any day.
Yeah, but they watch.
I thought you meant they were both on at the same time.
The people are in the auditorium watching the game.
Right.
So they yell, "Hey, game winning shot!" And I look up like, "What the fuck just happened?" Yeah. And they threw my whole.
Wait, where were they taping it?
Alex
out in LA?
In Glendale.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So they yelling or whatever, and they like kind of threw my shit off. And I was like, and then I tried to finish the joke, and I was like, told the lady, I said, can I go back out and do it? She said, no, we'll fix it in editing. You can't fix that, bitch. I stopped in the middle of telling.
And that's how they showed it.
The joke, yes.
Wow.
And they had me, and they voted me off. They like, he looked nervous upstage. No, bitch, I was.
They told me they had shit like, guy looked like a caged animal. They don't know I pace. That's how I do my set. He like a caged animal. He was angry. He was disgusted. I was like, whatever.
So it was a bad experience for both of y'all.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a bad experience.
You would not recommend it to another comic.
Well, it's a new regime now, so I can't say that. Look, it's a new regime.
A comedy competition in general, you wouldn't recommend to another comic.
No,
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I don't think
because on any given day, and I'll tell you why I don't recommend it. I won a comedy competition. I was doing comedy 6 months, and I beat a veteran who had been on Def Jam, who I saw on Def Jam.
You beat G-Thing?
No. So I beat a veteran and I'm like, on any given day, anybody can be funny. It's just your day. A number comes up.
Plus, I don't think you should judge comics. I don't think.
Because
I think the room will dictate.
It's subjective.
Like, the room likes.
Yes.
People like. Now this will lead me in perfectly because people like who they like. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this guy Maronzio is known in the comedy world. What do you let you tell people?
People think I don't like comics.
He is known as.
He's just keeping 100, which I respect.
But you know what it is? Here's the thing. When I wanted to say to you,
that's why I wanted to ask the question to let you clear it up.
People think I hate comics.
People think I hate
everybody.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not that because
clear it up for them tonight.
My favorite comics, I'm friends with, or they're either dead. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Patrice O'Neal.
Right. Yeah.
Rest in peace, one of my best friends.
He's my top 5.
Patrice would call me any given day. I talked to him for 3 hours on the phone, longer than I talked to my own father. So
you know your father?
Yeah, I met this nigga.
Wow, what's it like?
Piece of shit. So it's like I don't dislike. What your brother say? Original thought.
Right.
I respect original thought. Right. I respect the art. I respect the
craft.
I respect the craft. So I don't respect music bits. That's just me.
Oh my God.
You do music
bits? If you need a record, listen, it's three comics in this room right now that are really good. And if you listen to this podcast and you're a comic, we probably all better than you. One thing we would all agree on. If you need a record to tell your joke, it's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
If you need a certain song, the DJ got to play a certain song at a certain point for you to get the joke across. It's not a joke.
I never did that in my set because I saw a comic rely on.
Oh, I know a guy that
and the music didn't happen, and he was stuck in.
It was stuck.
We know comics.
Listen, and the young guy was like, you know what?
The problem that makes me mad is that if you have any aspirations or dreams of doing late night television.
Yeah.
You're never gonna be able to do it.
They ain't paying for that. They ain't paying for that sample.
They like ASCAP like no.
Not even late night. It's just it's not comedy decorum.
I don't respect music bits. I don't respect people that steal other people's jokes. Right. I don't respect people that use props or gimmicks for their act. Right. I don't like, and we've shared this before, I don't like comics that laugh at the joke after you tell the joke, so people will laugh at it.
Or laugh while they're telling it. Like,
I can't get it out.
And then he said,
I can't. I'm having some trouble. Nigga, you making me laugh.
Oh, my God.
Nigga, just tell the fucking joke. You done told this joke in 20 cities. You know this pussy ass joke. Tell the motherfucker. What we doing all this? Oh, no, you making me laugh. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Just tell the goddamn joke. If Patrice O'Neal came to me and said, "Nigga, if the joke is funny, just tell it. You ain't gotta do all this selling this."
Let them laugh.
Just let them laugh.
You never let the audience. Never tell the audience what they should laugh. Exactly. Let them choose what they want to laugh.
Because if that's the case, you should put a fucking laugh track in the audience if you gonna fucking be like,
"Is it
now?" Yeah. Fuck at it. So music bits I don't like. I don't like originality. I don't like if you've been doing the same.
You don't like originality?
I like originality.
You like originality.
You gotta write a new joke at least once a year.
Right.
You can't. I know one comic. We know somebody. He's been doing the same joke for about 15 years.
No. Hold up. I'm not gonna say his name because we all know the dude, and it'll be too easy for us to just tear him down right now. He's not here to defend himself. Not that he even could.
He couldn't because we had to write something original.
I call his set the Star Spangled Banner because the shit never changes.
Oh yeah. I may do some of the same
his
bits, but never the same order, different setups.
His set is the Pledge of Allegiance, man. It never fucking changes.
Where jokes you were doing in 05, you're not doing now.
I have a few classics.
Okay, so
anyway,
jokes you were doing.
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta lie. My rule is this: if I do it on TV, then I retire.
Oh, that's the rule for everybody. That's everybody's
rule. If I do it on TV, then I retire.
Okay, well, this
but if I'm going to a new city, right? I'm going to a new city, and I haven't been in that city at all.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, these jokes I told in '95, you make
I
it
agree.
relevant.
I agree with the did it on TV, don't do it. But I did the Ruckus, the show that Russell was doing with JB Smooth.
Yeah, right.
And I had just wrote this new bit, and Russell was like, "Man, you got to do it. You got to do it." And I was like, "I'm saving it for the special."
Right.
So I did a snippet of it.
Right.
That you're probably gonna see the longer version on my
Right.
album. I'll let you know that right now.
Yeah.
But the longer version is gonna murder the room.
And
I generally don't agree with.
You know what
exactly.
people hate? People hate that I'm a historian because as a black comic, I guess we just supposed to be
Yeah.
on stage.
Right.
Just
That's the thing.
Right.
We know. We us three. We know the comics. We know who wrote it. So
I know whose joke you're doing.
We already know who did it.
To piggyback on what you said about that, Chappelle did his half hour in '98.
Right.
The joke about the police coming in the house and his house being too nice.
Right.
They think I probably broke in and hung
Yeah.
pictures up.
Right.
He did that on his half hour, but he also added it in to the Killing Them Softly special. But it was a longer version of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because sometimes when you do bits, you know it's not.
It
it's not
evolves.
you do it evolves and it becomes relevant again.
Right.
Plus, the way you tell it, like
and you grow as a comic, so you grow on that. You make that joke better.
Right. I don't believe any joke. Like we always talk about this. I don't believe any joke is ever finished.
Never.
When you do it.
Right.
It's 3 minutes when you write it, and then a year later it's 5 minutes, and then you think of something else, and you go, "Oh shit, I could tie that joke into that joke." And so no joke is ever
in the
done.
news where it's like, "Oh shit, it makes this joke relevant."
No joke is ever done.
If you write a good joke, that's evergreen.
Right.
It'll last forever. You don't have to do it forever, but it'll make its way back around.
Okay.
But the people that I'm talking about, the people that have been doing the same, when I say verbatim, if I can leave out the room and come back in, and I know what you
are, right?
You shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
And I don't think we take it.
But see, that's probably
we take it serious because you had the Fat Doctor. What's the guy?
Oh, Fat Doctor, man.
You the guy that was the doctor for the comedy.
He's in D.C. He's from D.C.
Yeah,
Fat Doctor. DC.
You know him though.
Martin's camp. Yeah.
You want Barry, my guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chubby guy.
Yeah.
No, Fat Doctor. Fat Doctor from D.C.
No, you talking about my guy Barry in New York?
Somebody totally different. Y'all talking about two different people.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not Fat Doctor.
Like he'll run something, he'll call me and be like, "Yo, what do you think of this bit?"
Right.
And he'll run it by me,
Right.
right? And I admire it and I respect it and it flatters me because he's willing to say, "Look, I'm running the joke."
Right.
You don't know if the joke is out there,
Right.
because I
do
don't
the
hang
same
out
thing. I call Steve
my
Wilson.
grandfather said 2 heads are better than one, even if it's your head and a goat head. So
Yeah.
if you run it by 2 people and they both go original, go with it. I'm going.
Well,
with it.
I'll call Steve Wilson because Steve Wilson been in the game longer than all of us.
And Steve Wilson first he'll have to tell the white girl to pass him the phone.
Yeah.
And then he'll get up and
Hey, hand me that phone,
I'll
bitch.
call
Shout out to
Steve
White Girl
because
King,
Steve
Steve
has
Wilson.
been around for a while, so I was like, Steve, this joke came to me
long time.
a long time.
All right, look, we got 2 minutes left. We're
Okay.
gonna wrap this up. I want you to give me your top 5. Give me your top 5.
Comics?
Yeah, of course.
I can't.
Go ahead.
I don't have a top 5.
Top 5.
I do.
No, see, I got a 5, but I acknowledge the fact that my 5 changes every day.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
right now,
Well, let me give you mine.
as we sit here in this room right now.
Okay. The ones I studied, top 5, Cosby, Pryor, Lenny Bruce, Whoopi Goldberg, and George Carlin.
Boom.
Cosby.
And Eddie Murphy, sorry.
Cosby.
That's 6.
I know.
I think the thing that changed me the most, and I'll always in my top 5 comedy specials of all time, Bring the Pain will be in my top 5.
Nigga, give me your top 5.
Okay, I'm sorry. Cosby, Rock, O'Neal, Chappelle, Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's a beast. I mean, Seinfeld changed my mind after the documentary.
Pryor, Chappelle, Chris, my brother, Dave. Pryor, Chappelle, Chris, Patrice, Carlin.
Now, if you going with contemporaries, now on my comedy Mount Rushmore, because I'm be honest with you,
that's 4. Now you only get 4 on that.
Okay, when in my comedy Mount Rushmore, who I kind of patterned who I got inspired by, I would definitely say my brother Martin, Chris Rock,
Seinfeld.
Lenny Bruce.
That's 4.
You
know
what though? Damn, I wanted to say Frank and the Jive.
Sinbad.
Frank and the Jive.
Sinbad.
I'm too dirty for it, but Sinbad is a beast. So.
Sinbad is a beast.
I love who I love, dude. I like a good storyteller. I don't think nobody, and I think you would agree with this. Nobody right now could fuck with Patrice.
Yeah, I agree.
No one
disagree.
right now.
I disagree.
I agree. Okay.
Who you think?
Me, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Best ever of all time.
Woo.
You the best.
Best ever of all time.
We got girlfriends.
Mayweather.
We got girlfriends calling in. We got this wine to finish.
You gotta think you
Give
the
me your
best.
social
Why even
media,
do it
give
if
me
you
your
ain't trying to be
social
the
media,
best? I think you the best.
At MaronzioVance.com, MaronzioVance. That's Twitter. That's Instagram. If you still have Facebook, that's Facebook.
Yeah, I still got it.
I'm here.
Give it to him again.
At Guy Torry, at GUITORRY, but better than that is at GT Fat Tuesdays, PHAT Tuesdays, all the social media handles. September 1st, Nokia Live, Tony Rock,
You wanna hear something
Guy
funny?
Torry,
He
Lunel.
performed at my college in 1995. He wore overalls on stage. This is how new in the game he was. Overalls, like he had a.
This is before I got my teeth fixed too.
What?
Wait, hold on. Can I give him my social media?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
At Tony, Twitter at Tony Rock Twitter at Tony Rock, Instagram Tony_Rock, at Fat Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be on that show
Yeah,
as
you
well.
gonna be on that show.
Facebook Tony Rock. Listen, you can watch this. You can watch this whole interview on LaughFactory.com.
Yep.
This was
you
nice,
can watch it
yo.
on YouTube.
Real talk.
And you
YouTube.
can go on iTunes and listen to it. And you have to rate it.
Rate it high.
Rate it very high on
Be
iTunes.
honest.
Shit.
We're
Rate
gonna
it.
do it. We're gonna do this every other week. I'm
Participate.
gonna have these 2 guys back on again because we got so much more to cover.
Man.
But this was the first episode, and I thank y'all for
I
coming through,
appreciate
man.
you,
I really
man.
appreciate y'all, man. Blessings to both of y'all, man. I love you guys.
Yeah,
man.
fun.
All right. Now
Has this many black people been up
deal-
here one
deal-
time?
Deal them calls, man.